In this video, we're venturing into the deepest shadows of gaming to meet the villains who made us afraid to turn the corner, open a door, or even take another step. These are the nightmares that have haunted our screens and our minds, the ones who redefine what it means to be truly terrifying. So, brace yourselves because we're counting down the scariest villains in horror games, each one a chilling reminder that some things are better left unseen.
This can't go on. She's too dangerous.
Alma Wade in Fear isn't a typical villain, but she's definitely one of the scariest. She appears as both a vulnerable child and a vengeful spirit, blending innocence with horror in the most disturbing way. Alma's sporadic appearances blur the line between reality and nightmare, often catching you off guard in the dimly lit halls. Her mere presence fills the air with dread, as though something terrible is lurking just beyond your reach. Alma's story and her haunting appearances make you question whether you're the predator or the prey. The Keeper, also known as Boxhead, is one of the most disturbing villains in The Evil Within. He appears as a hulking figure with a safe for a head, wielding a giant hammer and surrounded by the sickening sound of chains. He's brutal and relentless, and even if you manage to kill him, he just reappears, ready to hunt you down again. The Keeper embodies a sense of dread and inevitability, symbolizing everything you fear about being trapped in a nightmarish world you can't escape. Every encounter is a fight for survival, and he doesn't give you a moment to breathe.
Everyone all right?
Barry. Where's Barry?
Albert Wesker isn't your typical zombie or mutated monster. He's something far more chilling. Wesker starts out as your ally in Resident Evil, but you quickly learn he's pulling the strings. His calm, collected personality hides a twisted ambition, and his betrayal feels almost personal, leaving you to fight for survival against the very forces he controls. Wesker's cold, calculating nature and the sinister intelligence behind his actions make him terrifying in a way that raw monsters can't match. Knowing he's watching, manipulating everything, makes every step through the Spencer mansion feel more dangerous. The necromorphs in Dead Space redefine body horror in gaming. These twisted, reanimated corpses are more than just zombies. They're grotesque, aggressive, and disturbingly agile, attacking with horrifying intent. What makes them scarier is that they don't go down easily. Standard headshots won't save you here. You have to dismember them to survive, adding a level of desperation to every encounter. The confined, claustrophobic corridors of the USG Ishimura make each necromorph attack a heart-pounding battle for survival, where every shadow could be hiding another one of these monstrosities. The Lady in Little Nightmares is a different kind of villain, exuding an eerie, almost graceful menace. She moves slowly and silently, and her porcelain mask hides a face that hints at something inhuman. Unlike the game's other grotesque characters, the lady's calm demeanor and control make her even scarier. Her unsettling gaze follows you, making you feel like prey in her carefully curated, twisted world. The psychological horror of the lady lies in her elegance. She doesn't need to chase you frantically. Her mere presence is enough to leave you unnerved. Lisa in PT is an unforgettable nightmare. This ghostly figure haunts the endless loop of that dark, narrow hallway, appearing at random moments to torment you. Her deathly pale face, twisted expression, and chilling sounds create a terror that feels deeply personal. The uncertainty of when she'll appear makes every moment unbearable, as if she's always lurking just out of sight. Lisa's horror isn't just in her appearance. It's in the claustrophobic dread she brings, turning every step forward into a test of courage, knowing she could be waiting around any corner. Few villains are as relentlessly terrifying as the nemesis in Resident Evil 3. His deep growl, his towering presence, and his absolute refusal to stay down, even after you think you've taken him out, make him one of horror's most iconic monsters. Nemesis isn't just after you. He's out to destroy anything in his path to get to you, screaming stars as he comes crashing through walls. Every encounter with Nemesis feels like a frantic scramble for survival, and the worst part, you never know when he'll reappear, bursting onto the screen just when you thought you were safe. The spider in Limbo is a simple yet nightmarish presence that makes your skin crawl. There's something uniquely terrifying about the way it lurks in the shadows, with its long, spindly legs reaching out to pull you into its web. Its slow, deliberate movements create a tense atmosphere, reminding you that every step you take could be your last. You're small, vulnerable, and utterly alone, and the spider is a reminder that you're trapped in a world where everything is out to get you. It's a minimalist horror, but it works its way deep under your skin.
Oh my god.
The xenomorph in Alien Isolation is one of the most terrifying AI-driven enemies in horror gaming. This isn't a creature you can kill or outrun for long. It's a predator designed to find you. Its moves are calculated, adapting to your strategies and keeping you on edge. Even the sound of it moving through the ventilation is enough to make your heart race. The xenomorph turns every inch of the Sevastopol station into its hunting ground, and you're just the prey, left to hide and hope it doesn't find you in the shadows. Pyramid Head is a villain unlike any other. Silent, brutal, and seemingly unstoppable, he haunts Silent Hill 2 as a reflection of the protagonist's guilt and darkest desires. His towering frame, dragging that massive knife, sends shivers down your spine every time he appears. The unsettling thing is that he isn't just there to kill. His presence symbolizes something far more disturbing. A psychological terror that's rooted in guilt and pain. Pyramid Head's cruelty and purpose within the game's narrative make him both horrifying and oddly unforgettable.
We regret to report the murder of a wife and her 2 children by their husband and father.
We've come face to face with some of the most chilling villains horror games have ever created. Each one leaves a mark, whether it's in the form of a haunting memory, a moment of pure panic, or a lasting fear that follows us even after we've left their world. These are the figures that keep us hooked on horror games, challenging us, frightening us, and reminding us that some terrors are unforgettable. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the darkest corners of gaming. If you're a horror fan like me, don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments which villain haunts you the most. Until next time, keep your lights on. You never know what might be lurking just around the corner.
Ah!